Origins in nature. Dr. Monty is no ordinary person, but rather a powerful, almost godlike entity. His origins are difficult to grasp as he lacks a clear backstory like other characters. Instead, Monty is a trans-dimensional being, operating beyond time, space, and reality. He exists outside the usual confines of the physical world and is depicted as one of the key figures in the cosmic conflict that drives the zombies universe. Monty is the leader and creator of a mystical and supernatural dimension called Agartha, described as the perfect reality. Agartha plays a central role in the zombie storyline, often viewed as a form of paradise or higher consciousness. Monty is said to have created this realm to contain the chaos and darkness of the multiverse, preserving a harmonious balance. The cosmic battle, Monty versus the Shadow Man. Monty stands in direct opposition to another powerful entity, the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man is a corrupted being who leads the Apothecons, a race of dark, monstrous creatures seeking to destroy the multiverse. The Apothecons and the Keepers, who are under Monty's command, were once a unified race. However, due to the influence of Element 115 and the corruption of the Shadowmen, the Apothecons transformed into an evil force bent on multiverse destruction. Thus, Monty and the Shadow Man represent opposing forces in a cosmic battle over the universe's fate. While the Shadow Man embodies chaos and destruction, Monty stands for order and preservation. However, as the story progresses, it becomes clear that Monty's methods are not as morally pure as they first appear. Dr. Monty as the keeper of the multiverse. Throughout the Ether storyline, Monty is often portrayed as a benevolent but mysterious figure. He communicates with the protagonists, especially Primus Richthofen, the alternate version of Edward Richthofen, offering them guidance to prevent the impending end of the multiverse. Monty frequently manipulates events behind the scenes, directing the characters to take specific actions to maintain balance in the multiverse. It is Monty who provides the protagonists with the blood vials, which protect them from the paradoxes of the multiverse. These vials, filled with the blood of individuals from alternate timelines, allow the characters to travel between realities without tearing the fabric of existence. This act demonstrates Monty's immense power to maintain universal balance, but also highlights his willingness to employ dark means to achieve his goals. Monty's moral ambiguity. While Monty initially appears to be a benevolent figure, it becomes increasingly clear that his motives are not entirely pure. Monty views humanity in the physical world as inferior compared to his own existence and the supernatural order he upholds. Although he seeks to prevent the total destruction of the multiverse, Monty is willing to make significant sacrifices and ethical compromises to achieve this. A key turning point in Monty's character arc occurs when he decides, by the end of the Ether storyline, to erase all timelines and realities in order to finally defeat the Apothecons and the Shadow Man. For Monty, this is the only way to end the chaos, but it also means the eradication of countless lives and the destruction of every alternate timeline. This reveals that Monty is not a savior, but rather a calculating force willing to take extreme measures to protect what he views as the true order. Monty's connection to the protagonists. Monty primarily interacts with the four main characters of the Ether storyline: Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takeo Masaki, and Edward Richthofen. These four, known as Primus and Ultimus, are different versions of the same characters from various timelines. Monty attempts to guide them in fixing the multiverse and defeating the Apothecons. Monty has a particularly strong connection to Edward Richthofen. Richthofen, a complex character driven by power and knowledge, is manipulated by Monty to direct events in Monty's desired direction. However, Primus Richthofen becomes aware of Monty's manipulations and the true nature of his actions. Monty sees the protagonists more as tools to save the multiverse rather than individuals of inherent value. This is further reflected in his plan to erase all timelines, showing that he views humanity as temporary players in a much larger game, willing to sacrifice them when necessary for his ultimate goal. The end of the Ether storyline, Monty's final move. The Ether storyline concludes in the map Tag der Toten, where Monty's true intentions are revealed. To eliminate the threat of the Shadow Man and the Apothecons once and for all, Monty orders the complete erasure of the multiverse. While this act would destroy the Apothecons, it would also result in the annihilation of all life. including the main characters who have existed throughout this intricate story. In the end, it is Nikolai Belinsky who realizes that the only way to stop Monty's radical destruction is to destroy the blood vials and break the cycle of repetitions and alternate realities. This leads to the protagonists, including both Primus and Ultimus, sacrificing their lives to free the multiverse from Monty's influence and end the eternal struggle between order and chaos. Conclusion: Monty as a cosmic paradox. Dr. Monty is a fascinating character who embodies themes of power, fate, and moral ambiguity in the Call of Duty Zombies storyline. He is neither entirely good nor evil, but rather a representation of the complex dynamics of the multiverse and the endless battle between chaos and order. His actions demonstrate how the pursuit of absolute control over time and space can create moral gray areas, where the ends often justify the means. Monty remains a shadowy and enigmatic figure, with his true goals and motivations partially obscured until the end of the Ether storyline. As a cosmic entity, he highlights the limits of human understanding while simultaneously holding the fate of all existence in his hands.